scoot the chair, it's easier. What's going on? Another fine few day-lit hours coming at you from the 785, Top City. I am as fresh as a new lamb, as strong as a pedigreed cow, and my mind is 1,000 monkeys at 1,000 typewriters for 1,000 years. At some point, we'll get it right. Episode 10. I'm a gangster now. Kind of always have been. Quickly, in the garage again. I feel like this is a better format for me. The other camera, I have to be pretty static. In this, I can wave my hands around, and it doesn't even matter. I can do whatever I want, and it's all good. So, I decided to go back to this. My kids are here in the front room, so it makes it a bit easier for me. I feel like I can be more genuinely myself and express myself better. It feels good, even though it's hot as a bitch in this garage. So, episode 10, on with it. Not much going on. When I was young, people would say things like, "Oh, I slept wrong," and that made me laugh a little bit because I'm like, "Oh, how do you just be unconscious wrong? There's only one way to be unconscious, and that's unconscious." This morning, I was reminded of just how harsh waking up wrong can be. I can barely move my back and my right leg. I'm walking around like I'm a war vet. Been a rough morning. So, last week, once again, sorry for that. Still figuring out how to juggle all this, and until this is making me six-figure money, it is what it is. All 5 of you that actually watch this, it's going to be up in the air sometimes. And I'm sorry. I am. But life goes on. Hopefully we'll do something different. I can already tell that next time I do this, I want a different camera angle because this side of my face is all lost in mystery while this side of my face is bare to God and everyone, and I look a little bit, oh dude, look at that, the mystery. Shit. Topeka's Topeka, dude. Still the same thing. We got, and I know that the Area 51 shit is dying down, if not already dead, which it's a funny thing. Their whole Area 51 deal, where they're charging in with all Naruto runners and shit like that. I know I butchered that name. Not sorry. Other people would probably butcher my name. Maybe Naruto people would butcher my name if we were in Naruto universe. End table. So, got some disrespect for you. Let you know what's up. So there, right there, is an anti-cigarette ad. You're welcome, people. This city is full of an untapped army, and this army is on bicycle back with backpacks on their backs with sticks and scrap metal sticking out. And they have scruffy shit facial hair. They are unwashed. They are predominantly the same color as me. No racism. And they ride around, dude. It's a bicycle meth gang mafia out here. All, literally hundreds of people in this town ride bikes. None of them are doing it for exercise. I've either been told or I'm making this up that they have DUIs so that they can't drive a vehicle, so they ride a bike. Probably true. Probably true. The house across the street from me, somewhere on my block, there's so many of these people, it's crazy. They come at all hours of night or day or extremely early morning. They have a little shed that says keep out. I don't know what's happening. Don't know. I suspect that it's not legal. But, and this is to bring a point onto everything, they're preparing, they're getting ready, they're chemically enhanced agents that we can use in the raid for Area 51. I wanted to do this last week, wasn't feeling it, bit fucked. So this is old, but guess what? That's too bad. Here it is now. I'm bringing it back. Did I mention it's hot in here? It's also very dry. Something of a desert. Still got allergies, still not sleeping, got back pain, completely failing at everything. But this week, we have an episode. So, cruising the streets by the droves, the pothole-riddled streets of Topeka, Kansas, is all kinds of manpower. Boy, I love when I shake my head, this thing wiggles. That's fucking cool. We need to use them. We need to stick them in there by the rock throwers. I bet they can take some damage. These dudes, all of them, have the sleeves cut off their t-shirt if they're wearing a t-shirt at all. Shitty prison tattoos. The works, man. The works. They always got scrap metal on them. All the time. Tell me that someone ain't taking some drugs. Anyway, I said I was going to do something special for the 10th episode, and I am. I'm going to start talking about conspiracy theories because I love conspiracy theories. They're crazy. God, I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry. Sorry for the ums. Working not to do it. We're doing conspiracy theory, not debunking. Discussing and talking about it and having a good time. And talking about how ludicrous it is. The breakdown of logic. I really need to get a longer thing going here. This is stupid. So today, we're going to start it out with moon landing hoax. I managed to find an article published by I Fucking Love Science. They got a page on Facebook. Their website is iflscience.com. And really, really good. Really good page. Gives you a nice little bite-sized chunk of what you need to know about all kinds of cutting-edge things. It's not just conspiracy. In fact, very little of it's conspiracy. Most of it's debunking bad science like essential oils and anti-vaxxers and stuff. But also new things like the development in particle research and astrophysics, aeronautics, all kinds of stuff. It's a cool page. So I managed to find this. I'm going to read some of the tweets that are quoted in this article. Shout out to I Fucking Love Science. You or you guys or you people, whatever, don't know who's actually doing this page. You're doing a great job. So somebody on Twitter, apparently by the name of David Hughes, I don't know if, is that in bad taste? It might be in bad taste to give names. Ignore that I said that. Some guy, we'll call him Jack Smith, So let's talk about moon landings. There's no way they happened, and in this thread I'm going to explain why. Now, I'm going to read these to you because these are fucking gold. Firstly, the moon is only available at night and takes 3 days to get to the moon. So the astropilots would had to time it. Wow, what a horrible sentence. Firstly, the moon is only available at night, and it takes 3 days to get to the moon. So the astropilots would have had to time it so they got to the moon at night. Otherwise, they'd just land on the sun and die. I honestly don't know if these tweets are serious or if they're in satire. Regardless of what the intention was behind them, they're fucking gold. Moving on. Then there's the Vin Diesel radiation belts, which NASA have said cannot be penetrated. So, what we didn't know about Vin Diesel is he's the one who fell to Earth and stayed. Because there's an entire belt of irradiated Vin Diesels around Earth. The more you know. At last count, astrologers say there are between 10,000 and 400 billion stars between here and the moon. Not to mention the big satellite used to give us television. So any spaceship would collide with all that stuff if it tried going to the moon. Between 10,000 and 4 billion. Any number in between that. Or nearly 4 billion. It's crazy. I love this stuff. I want to get better at doing this shit. Now let's look at the moon footage. There are 2 men walking on the surface of the moon, despite NASA saying that 3 men went there. I don't know about you, but I'm not traveling 3 days to get to the moon just to stay on the bus when we get there. Unless I had a cold. It says that here. Amazing. And you know what? That is the first one that I think, if there is anything to debunk the moon landings ever discovered by anyone, that is the thing. Who would travel 3 days to stay on the bus? Further henceforth, so we're probably in satire country now, the Astro Boys are on the moon at nighttime, yet somehow there's a light source casting shadows. They're walking on the only nighttime space light, so how can that have shadows on it? Now, we're getting into the deep science of conspiracy. Since the moon is the source of light, it can't have a shadow. Think about it. We're supposed to believe they planted a flag on the surface, and we know for a fact that the lack of gravity in space would have melted the pole. Now, that's something we don't think about here on Earth very much, is how gravity prevents us from melting instantly. Consider it. We have a lot to be thankful for. Gravity's one of them. Lastly, wake up. It's all lies by Big Moon, just to get us to buy more moon. Which, honestly, that would have more teeth if there were oil on the moon. I made that last part up. It's not that funny. So obviously, we've still got some rough edges to smooth out. By we, I mean me. I speak in the royal we. I'm a goddamn red coat. At any rate, I thought that would take longer. You know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. The moon landing and the moon hoax is it's more intense than just reading that and ducking out. Most of the time when I research something on the internet, I'll start with Wikipedia because that can point me in different directions. They have good cited resources, and that can just kind of lead me down the rabbit hole. And I went in straight in to a rabbit's hole badly. There was so much information that I couldn't even properly digest all the Wikipedia stuff to even research it. There's so much bullshit on it. I thought, honestly, that it was going to be a lot less intense than it was, but there's people that really, really, really put a lot of time into this. A lot. More time than I put into this podcast. Man years. But conspiracy theory is something that I want to get into. It's something I want to develop. I think that it could be a lot of fun. So we're going to try it. We're all about trying something new. And trying things that aren't new, like water, which has been around for a few years anyway. Before Coke, because I use water in Coca-Cola. I'm seriously thirsty. I'm sorry. Not a sports fan, always drink out of a sports cup. That's the kind of life I'm living right there. That's how you know you're a gangster. You own something you don't even like. But back to conspiracy. We're going to keep pushing this forward. It's been a couple weeks. I'm a little rusty. Tis what it is. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it on up. It's been kind of a short-ish episode. It's what you're getting, dudes. At any rate, if you like this, or you think you might like it in the future, or you see a little nugget of something that might be useful to you in your life, why did I say useful? From the top, if you see something in this vlog, since it's not a podcast, if you see something in this vlog that you like or you find amusing, or it helps you relax in any way, please like, subscribe, share, comment, question, begin a discussion, engage with me. A little subscription thing is in one of the corners. Don't know which one. I think it's this one, but it might not be. Click on the little head, the fan art of NyQuil Dreamer, once again. Or the actual subscribe button. Either way, there's two ways to subscribe. You guys know how to use YouTube. Or you don't, and there's no hope for you. Anyway, I appreciate you watching this. Come back next week. We'll have more of the same. And we'll be in this location once again. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the love you've shown me so far. And with that, I'm out. Fucking